Hi, welcome to a new video. So first of all, you'll notice that I'm speaking in English, and that's a bit of a new thing because I'm participating a lot in some English-speaking Facebook groups, and some people have contacted me saying that they would be interested in watching my diagnosis videos, but the problem is that since I'm speaking French, it's a bit of an issue for them. So I decided to give it a try and see how it works, if more people come and subscribe and watch the videos. So that's that. Now, it's been a very long time since the last video I made. I think the last one was by the end of April. There are many reasons, one of them being that, in May we went to China to visit my wife's family, and then, as you can see, the background has changed. That's because we moved into a new house, and so moving takes a lot of time. There is still a lot of stuff to take care of. I had to build a kitchen, I had to take care of some construction that still has to be done, and at the same time juggling this with my work. So I didn't really have time to shoot any videos. Now, basically, I've been settling in has been done by the end of September, and now it turns out that in October I haven't had a lot of work. This month has been very quiet, so it brings us all the way to now, where now I finally have the time to make a video, and I have a device that needs fixing. So it's this A1989 Macbook Pro, so 13-inch from 2018, which doesn't turn on. I mean, at least I hope that it doesn't turn on. It's a very annoying device because it first went through another technician for no power issue, and the technician randomly removed the PP bus DC hot fuse because he wanted to take measurements on both sides. He thought there was a short, but in fact there was no short. He thought there was a short on PP bus G3 hot. He didn't know on which side of the fuse it was, so he removed the fuse, and then he put it back, and then the laptop turned on. So he thought it was fixed. He returned it to the customer, but then the customer said, well, yeah, it turns on, but after 15 minutes it shuts off. And then my colleague wasn't able to find what the issue was. So then they contacted me, and I've been trying to diagnose it. So it's been very annoying because it has this behavior where you can turn, sometimes you can turn it on, and like as I said, after 10 to 15 minutes it will shut off. Sometimes it will turn on again, and sometimes it won't. And it has been very difficult to put it in a steady state of failure. These cases are annoying because they are random, and the problem is that in order to diagnose them, you need to have a steady state of failure. So now I think I've been able to reach it. I've been turning it on, waiting for it to shut off, and try to turn it on again. And if it doesn't turn on, try to use this time to diagnose it. So I've succeeded, and now it doesn't turn on. I'm gonna switch to the microscope. You're gonna see what it's doing. So it's taking, you should be able to see, 5 volts, so it's not negotiating the 20 volts, and 0 amps pulled, so it's not drawing any power. So since it's very difficult to get it in this state, I'll first make the measurements, and then I will explain why I'm making these measurements. So basically I'm trying to move all the way up the power on sequence of the laptop, and since it's not negotiating the 20 volts, first the power sequence for the 20 volt negotiation. So first thing I measured was that PPDCN, which you can see hopefully. Let's turn on this light. So hopefully you can see on the multimeter. PPDCN is 5 volts. So it means that the CD. So I'm connected to this port here, which is the one connected to this CD3215. So the fact that I'm getting PPDCN here, we'll see that later. It tells me that this is kind of working. At least it's able to control this MOSFET in order to pass the power through. Next thing that I want to see is PP bus. So that's the fuse that the other colleague did remove and put back. So PP bus is at 12.3, which is the normal value when the T2 chip is not turned on. And the next thing I want to check is PP3V3 G3 hot RTC, which is produced by this chip, and it comes out here, and as you can see, I get 0 on PP3V3 G3 hot RTC. It is produced by this chip, and I'm going to make sure that it's getting its enable signal. So here 5 volts, and here 5 volt. Okay, so now let's go to the board view and schematic in order to see what we've been doing up to now. So, oops, sorry about that. So, what I started measuring was here PPDCN G3 hot. Why am I measuring this? So because, let me see, there we are. This is our U3200. We get PP 20 volt USB-C XBV bus. This is the power coming from the charger. Once it arrives here, the CD3215 creates its 3 LDOs. So the 3V3 LDO here, the 1 and the 2 1V8 LDO, so LDO A, LDO D. And once these are created, it starts controlling this MOSFET in order to pass the PP 20 volt USB-C V bus, etc., and to transform it into PPDCN G3 hot. So the first thing I measured was that, to make sure that this part of the circuit is working, that is the CD3215 is able to control this MOSFET. And this is here. Once this is created, what happens is it goes to the charging IC, which is here, there. So this is the chip that is in charge of creating PP bus G3 hot, and all it needs is PPDCN G3 hot. Once this is here, it will start switching, like controlling these 2 double MOSFETs in order to create PP bus G3 hot. And this was present. This was present as well, telling me that this chip is kind of working. At the same time, once it has created PP bus G3 hot, it will send this here, charger enable MVR. So charger enable MVR is for main voltage regulator, which we're gonna follow. And see where it goes. There you go. It goes to U6903, which is the place we were last looking at. If I go back to the microscope, this is where we were. And so I measured its output. So directly after the two coils, L16900, L16901, and there was nothing. But I did verify that the input was there, the input power was there, PPVN G3 hot, P3V3, G3 hot, RTC. If we go check what it is, here we see that it's exactly the same as PP bus G3 hot, it just changes name after going through a current sense resistor. So this, we have it, we already checked it. And the other thing I checked was this R6907, the enable signal. And the enable signal was present on both sides, meaning that the resistor is good and it is passed through to the chip. But the chip doesn't output the PP3V3 G3 hot RTC. And therefore, my conclusion would be that this IC is defective. At least this is what I believe. So I'm going to change it and see if the laptop works again. So there we go. I'm going to take apart the laptop and take apart the motherboard and then replace the chip. I already reballed another one, so it should be very quick. So we're back, the board is out, and this is what we're looking at, and this is what we're hoping is defective and we're going to replace. Something else that I noticed on this board is that the PMIC here has like some little scratch here. I don't really know what to make of this. We'll see later. Anyway, this has absolutely no relationship with the fact that this chip is not outputting PP3V3 G3 hot RTC. So anyway, we need to take care of this first, and then we'll see if the PMIC is an issue. So let's do this. All right, chip is replaced. Now I'm going to put the board back in the housing, and we're gonna hope that the device starts and that it can stay on for at least 10 to 15 minutes. See you then. Okay, so here we are. The board is back in the housing. Yeah. Well, we'll see if that's important. Let's clean up a little bit. There you go. And now we're going to test if the machine can start. Did I connect the battery? No, I forgot to connect the battery. Okay. And now the moment of truth. There we go. So it starts. Well, so at least now it starts, while before it didn't start. The thing is, as I said at the beginning, it had this weird behavior where it would work for 15 minutes and then it would shut down. So I'm gonna have to wait, unfortunately, for 15 minutes or more to see if the machine can stay on. And well, if it's the case, then it's fixed. I don't think I'm not going to record for 15 minutes and until there's a problem. So let's just say that if there's a problem, I'll come back to this video and update you. And if there's no problem, if it still works, then this is the end. So thank you for watching, and of course, I hope it was interesting for you. Bye bye.